Hello, guys. Hi. I don't know if you can hear me yet, because YouTube likes to cut me off at the beginning of the stream, and I suspect that I'm going to start the stream mid-sentence. Hi, guys. Danny, Toaster, Pow. I did get cut off. I thought so. It's just the way of these things. God forbid is through YouTube. So I started midway through saying that YouTube's cut me off mid-sentence. Hi, Nachan. Hi, bruh. How's it going, dude? I see this is your first one to catch after subbing a week ago. Thanks for subbing a week ago. Welcome. I hope that you are obsessed with Dandadan as much as we are. That's quite a hard bar to meet, though. But if you are as obsessed with Dandadan as we are, Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. We talk about the chapter as it releases each week. It's the place to be. And we talk about other stuff. There's lots of other stuff. It's a very wholesome community. Very proud of that community. We're doing some really cool stuff at the moment. So if I were you, I'd be very excited about that. Tiberius, hi. Chihuahua Shaky. We're going to call you Shaky, if that's okay. Name 3 other things. Good morning. We do good mornings, we do Helldivers, and we do the Amazing Digital Circus. There you go. 3 things. And there's more. I can name another 3. If you want. Some people talk about Chainsaw Man. I saw that. Some people talk about other things. Saw people talking about ice today, like icicles. That's pretty cool. Nature. And Blue Lock? Is that one of it? Blue Box? Blue Lock? One of the two? Maybe both. I don't know if they're 2 different things or not. I don't really know. It's free. Yeah. It's free. Free. The Patreon is free to join, and that'll get you access to the Discord link. Yeah, because I don't want to push the Metal Gear thing too soon. It's not hit its crescendo yet. We talk about Metal Gear Solid a lot there as well. And by we, I mean mostly me forcing it onto other people. I obviously have a Twitch and everything, so we play games there. As well on the weekly. I'm hoping to maybe boost that at some point to more than once a week if I can find the time. Freyrun, people talk about Freyrun, Pokemon, TCG Pocket. I don't really play it, but other people do. Cowboy Bebop, all kinds of things. Hi, Eric. So yeah, lots of stuff. You know, Metal Gear Solid 5. Good for you, Toaster. It's a superior game. Hi, Julie. Only just caught you there. Hi. Ahoy, hoy. Yeah. So lots of stuff. Please join. Please do join. Oh, wow. Blissy. A whole... Wait, we've made it around the sun. Thank you. Thank you for making it around the sun as a member. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy bananas. That is amazing. Wow. Genuinely cannot believe it. I can't believe that there are not just one, but people as a group, a number of people who have been subscribed as a member for a whole year. Fucking bananas. Same with you, Nachan. I see you as well. We've got Vamola tiers in the group, guys. That's incredible. Thanks for joining the community, bruh. You'll obviously spend just a small amount of time as a new member, but, you know, engage with the community a bit, talk to people, just settle in, and before you know it, you'll be upgraded to full member, and that'll get you access to the general chat and things like that. and things like that. Because we have fun there. You've got access to all the main channels and stuff regarding Dandadan, and that is what we're here for to talk about. Now, it's been a minute, guys. It's been a minute since we've talked about a new chapter, because obviously we've been there's been a hiatus for the past 2 weeks, and unfortunately, there's also going to be a hiatus next week. So consider this a drip feeding kind of situation at the moment, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Like, I can only presume this is about the same time that Tatsu took his month off last year, so I can only presume Guy wants to take a break, be with his family. Maybe he's just busy with other stuff related to the anime. Whatever it is, I wish him a great time off. I hope he's having a great time off. I hope he's skiing, as we were talking about earlier. I hope he's skiing. But at least we got something in between the two hiatuses. Hiatus. Yes. But this is a good one. I'm a big fan of this. I think last year it was a month. Last year it was a month, Barty. Don't hurt yourself, man. Yeah, I'll try my best. Thinking is hard. My brain no work good. Skiing is up there. Either that or he could be snowboarding. You know, either or both. Tahiti. Yeah. Tahiti. Yeah. So this is a nice kind of like drip feed. It's a compromise. I'm fine with it. But I'll tell you what, this was drastically needed. I'm very pleased with this chapter. You know, the last couple of chapters have been a bit iffy for me. Just because I fucking despise Nuglover. I despise him with a burning passion. He is, I know he's not real, but I hate him so much. It's not even like he's done anything. And we'll talk about him in greater depth when the time occurs, right? But you guys know the score. Obviously, those of you who are new, link is in the live chat. It's pinned in the live chat to the latest chapter. I tend to use it as a jumping off point for discussion. I don't show you it on screen because copyright issues. Also, if you want to go read it, It's the best way to enjoy it is to just read it. But yeah, so we'll go through it and use it as a loose jumping off point. But my point is that this guy, I really hate him. And I know that any of you who have been here for a while know that I really despise him. Because he's so fucking lame. I'm sorry. It's like, I hate him so much. He thinks he's really cool, and everything that he does, man, everything that he does is like it comes with this veneer of like, yes, I was prepared for every eventuality. My name will be spread far and wide as the person who did X, Y, and Z. And it's like, dude, you literally name your moves after cigarettes, dude. After cigarettes, you know? I am on all chat. All chat. Thank you. But anyway, point is that the past. Yeah, no, this is what I'm saying. Homer. This is what I'm saying, dude. Is that he got his ass handed to him, yet he still has. Number one, you could tell that he took it really fucking personally when he got his shit pushed in by Gigi, because his whole thing up until then. This guy we just met, right? And all he did was beat up a critically wounded grandma. This guy we just met, his whole thing is, oh, I've never been defeated. And the first battle he's in, he fucking gets defeated. And he's not saying that shit anymore. Right? And it's really embarrassing. So now he's had to kind of pivot. Away from that. And it's really embarrassing because he's still, you know, he had that thing, like the leather belt over his mouth. We're not talking about asses, not yet anyway. We're talking about how much we despise Nuglover. Anyway, what was I saying? I was in the middle of hating. Yeah, but anyway, So the last couple of chapters have shown him to kind of like be like walking around all like kind of like, yeah, I'm very successful as a villain, when he's super not successful as a villain. So that's been pissing me off, because I wanted, like, I got a little bit of kind of like something when he needed to shit himself desperately in the last chapter. And this is it. This is what I'm saying, Nup. It's cathartic. This is a cathartic experience for me, because he tries to aura farm, exactly, and then he obviously gets diarrhea. He obviously got diarrhea really bad, and he needed to go to the toilet, and he got his shit pushed in while trying to push it out, and then he got his ass kicked, and he has to go into the sewers. It's so good. It's like, I love it when someone rolls up, aura farming, thinking he's the fucking dog's bollocks, right? Thinking he's hot shit, and then he gets his fucking shit pushed in twice. Twice, dude. He sucks ass, my guy. He sucks so bad. And you know what's worse? The next time this guy shows up, he's gonna be doing the same thing, acting like he's the fucking coolest guy in the room. Oh my god, dude! I hate him so much. Oh, he's gonna be acting like he won the last two encounters, but he got so badly beat both times. God damn it, I hate him so much. But as was pointed out by Blissy in the Discord, Patreon link in the description, join as a free member to get access to the Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. When he went into the sewer and then he came out the other side, you just know that some of the sewer gases, the poop gas from the sewer, kind of got is part of him now. That's part of him. Like, he had to take that in. So you know he stinks of shit all the time, dude. I'm done. I had to get that out. I'm sorry. I had to get that out. I really, like... I don't know what it is about people like him who just act like they're so cool when they're so lame. It just... Oh, it hurts me. Oh. Okay, I'm fine. I really hate him, but I also enjoy hating him, if that makes sense. I like having someone to hate on and be justified in doing it, you know? This chapter's great, by the way. Okay, let's just get back onto that. We'll have another aside to talk about Nug Lover later. This chapter's great because these guys, especially the Kappa demon and Jack the Ripper, they get fucking eviscerated. They get obliterated in a bad way. Now, those guys are abusive as fuck. Like, you saw in the last chapter the way that they were treating Rin and Koki and what they were planning on doing. Pretty fucking diabolical shit, right? Really diabolical shit. Arguably, at least at the time, it felt a bit much. It felt like a bit much. And, you know, there's still the argument that it naturally that it is. But the awfulness of all of that really carries itself forward to this chapter, and these guys get it bad. Like, they get it bad. This is like, I can't, like, it's like being blended up. It's like they got blended up down the piss poop pipes in the bathroom and then just got stuffed down there. You know the waffle stomp that people meme on, right? You know the waffle stomp that people meme on when they do, like they talk about, oh, you should do a shit in the shower. Just do a shit in the shower and waffle stomp it down the drain. Y'all got waffle stomped down the drain. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, bro. Oh, Eric, what month? Thank you, dude. Thank you. Appreciate you. Now, these guys got waffle stomped down the drain, dude. Piss poop pipes? I'm not crazy. I didn't make that up. No, alright, no. Because now, Crash, it's not what it looks like, buddy. It's not what... I've had one coffee today, this morning. Yeah, no. What are you going to do? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, that's going to get clipped, isn't it? That's going to get clipped. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what it is. It's hating. It's having the ability to hate on someone. It's having the ability to hate on someone that it just fills me with something really special. You know, the vinegar, the venom that you really want? Like that is what... it feels good. It feels really good to me to have that because it gives me energy, you know? Yeah, no, well, that is kind of what happened. They got waffle stomped. Anyway, like I said, let's just jump into the chapter, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the waffle stomping when it occurs. All right, okay. Okay, so it starts where the last one left off, which is Hanako-san in the bathroom, whilst the three absolute fucking gooners walk in there wanting to find a toilet to piss and poop at, because they desperately need to do diarrhea. No, don't worry, I will do. Yeah, no, in the most disrespectful, creative way ever. Exactly, Gibbs, like exactly what I'm saying. Anyway, she stops them in the bathroom, and yeah, I mean, fucking the Kappa demon starts to like rock his shit, right? Also, worth acknowledging, by the way, that this manga just always looks great, right? Like, I know that it's not exactly weekly just now because we're in a mini hiatus kind of period, but this manga always looks great, right? The art is always really fantastic. That you feel really like actually in the scene. It feels like you need to go poop and you've walked into the poop room and found this. Look, I'm not the one that introduced the big toilet into the series before we start, by the way. All right? If Tatsu were here watching, he'd be like, "Yes! Yes, this is it. He gets it." That's probably what he would be saying right now, because guy loves his toilet humor. We've got a whole chapter. All like 2 of the 3 yokai in this are toilet yokai just now. So, you know what I mean? Okay? So I'm not the weird one. I understand how it must sound. All right, but Tatsu would love this. He'd love this. He'd be like, he gets my vision. He gets my vision right now. The waffle stomp. That's what I was saying. The waffle stomp. You know? Yeah, this made her iconic. It has made her iconic immediately. And obviously, like, you know, this is, yeah, not too far. Yeah. Don't pass gas. That's crazy. It's true, he could have sharted. Him using his powers would have led to a shart. Also, what is this? This cannot, considering the situation they're in, this cannot be a healthy stance for him, right? Like, you know it can't be. You know what I mean? I really think that she is, she's already made her, yeah, she's already made her mark, right? Because, also, these guys have quickly become pretty fucking hated among the villains of the series already, which is like to be expected. I mean they're pieces of shit, and they're led by you know, the Red Baron, ooh, by the cigarette ghost, ooh. My powers are to chain smoke, ooh. He's their leader. And so yeah, they're pretty much hated. So on top of the fact that she absolutely takes no prisoners with the way that she performs here, which I adore. On top of that, it's just really exciting to see these guys specifically get their shit pushed in, right? It's great. Hi, Angle. Happy birthday, Angle. Happy birthday. Well done. You made it around the sun. Again, well done. Yeah. A vape. Yeah, he'd hate it. He'd be like, no, I don't vape. Could you defeat him with like a vacuum? You just hoover him up. Anyway, so he commands the Kappa to go and choke the life out of her, right? And he's all like, "Yes, sir." And then he also instructs Jack to not pass gas because he'd shart. Again, this is Dandadan, all right? Like, I know it sounds ridiculous. These sentences that I'm speaking out loud sound absurd, but this is kind of just Dandadan, right? The risk is that the villain could shart if he uses his powers, okay? I'd love for him to be caught in a jar, man. I'd love for him to be caught in a jar. That'd be so sick, man, wouldn't it? He'd be stuck in there forever. Oh, he's the worst. Oh my god, that's crazy. Anyway, and then he alerts the rest of his team that she, Hanako, is a dangerous one. The room gets completely like filled up with water, and then the toilet gets flushed. Right? Guys, please tell me. Like, now this needs to be the way that it ends for me. The jar with a seal on it. That'd be amazing, because they could just keep him. They could just keep him in the kitchen, like right at the back of the cabinet, right in the back of the cupboard. God damn. Oh no, this is where it needs to be. This is my headcanon. Anyway, the toilet flushes and all the water is drained out of the room, leading over to flush something. No, hell no. I don't. What, the toilet in my room? The toilet that's right here. You know? Crazy. Essence of Nug is crazy. Yeah, no, that Julie. If he is contained in a jar, or you know what, I'll extend it to any basic household object, like a bottle. I will get one, and I will always have it in the background somewhere, right? I'll put it in the background. I will, in some way, shape, or form, put together something. Put together something to have that as a piece of memorabilia for us. All right. Whatever it takes. Yeah, rice cooker. Feeding pieces of cheese. Oh, could you imagine? He gets turned into a fucking ashtray. That's crazy, dude. That was crazy. Oh, man, I really want some. I need him to be disrespected. It's very important that he's disrespected, because he's so arrogant. He's so arrogant, and he's done fucking nothing. He's done fucking nothing to earn it. You know? Turbo Granny's arrogant, but she's also really fun, lovable, and interesting, and she also is powerful, right? Yeah, no, this guy's biggest op is Gigi, the nicest guy on Earth and a child, right? His biggest ops are Gigi and the little boy that's inside of him. That's it. Like the ghost of this child. That's it. Those are the two things. They're his biggest ops in this world is a little baby and the nicest guy you've ever met. That's the two. Those are the two guys. That's crazy. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, so when you shake it, you can see him getting aggroed. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah. It's very important for him to be disrespected. He is, though. You know? Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, Yasmin. Yes, you're right. This is quickly just turning into a nug lover hate thing. Oh my god, I despise him so. I might just get him on on a dartboard or something in here, and just once a stream, you know. Anyway, okay. We need to press on. I know that I've spent probably like nearly 20 minutes of this stream just yapping about how much I despise this guy. It's so, you know what I mean? Rook 3. Yeah, let's keep a counter. Let's keep it going. Yeah. It was great. Yeah, why pick on the guy who's literally... That's what I'm saying. His biggest op is a fucking 17-year-old and a toddler, dude. Oh my god. No, there's no Nug Lover apology tour. It can't exist. I'm honestly, after the performance of Mai in that last couple of chapters, I'm thinking of rescinding the apology tour I did for her. Yeah, I said it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm thinking about rescinding her apology. You know, taking it back, because honestly, she went down kind of quick smart, didn't she? Really. right? Anyway. She's reading fanfic. Yeah, no, it's like, whatever. What am I meant to do? What am I meant to do? It's not even my fault. Anyway, okay, I got that off. I got that off my chest. Okay. So yeah, the water got drained away down the toilet, right? It got drained away down the toilet, and all of his water got flushed out, and he lost his really strong, big body that he had in the last the last chapters. It like this guy is his whole thing was being like water, but it is, bro, you ain't even water. You're just a skinny malink guy who literally just water maxes, right? He just retains water. That's it. Look at him. Look at his punk ass. He's like a skeleton man. He's like a skeleton man. Look at him. That's his biggest thing. Yeah, he water maxes, dude. He just sips away on and hydrates. He hydrates. Ooh. What's your big thing? Is, oh, I hydrate. One guy farts, one guy just fucking water maxes, and then the other guy is cigarette guy. Like, shut the fuck up. Who are you guys? Why are you even here? Who invited you, losers? You know what I mean? CSG, what the fuck? Can you not afford anything better than these guys? He chose to ignore leg day. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's all water weight. Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's really just not. It's just not good. You know, and oh my god, dude. Yeah, Ida hair maxes. She beauty maxes, and that's badass because she mogs on the fucking. She mogs on the space globalists. You know what I'm saying. And anyway, his water body gets flushed away down the toilet. Gets flushed away down the toilet, and he screams about his perfect body, and he turns into Skelzor. And then he's like, "Oh, Sir Red, water." They call him Sir Red, by the way. And you know what's crazy? We know that his name is Nuglover. He mugs. Yeah, no, I'm down with the kids. I know what they're saying these days, guys. I'm hip. Nah, that's crazy. I just don't clip that. All right, that's an instruction. If you clip that, I will delete the clip. Anyway, we know that his name is Nuglover. Is really Nuglover because he loves nugs, right? It's just his thing. He loves it. You know. I will be going to bed after this actually with a nice cup of warm water. We know that his name is Nuglover, and he'll have us all believe that he's the Red Baron and stuff. But he told these guys, not only that they had to dress or apparate attire, not only did they have to dress or apparate attire in order to look and match his thing, his mouth belt. Weird, by the way. Weird. Like, keep it in the bedroom. Not only did they have to dress and apparate to match him, but he also was like, by the way, if call me Sir Red. You know? Call me Mr. Baron. No. Call me Sir Red. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. It's the least cool thing that you can have people call you, because it's like, do you know what I mean? He sounds like, he just sounds like, these guys sound like peasants. They sound peasant coded, you know what I mean? Me lord, me water, me lord. Yeah, warm water. I don't actually drink warm water, but warm water is actually sick. It's actually fucking dope. You should try some. You should try some warm water. You know? Honestly, ice cold water is overrated. Room temperature all the way. I got the 411, and you're not going out and getting jiggy with some ghosts. This is what I'm saying, Crash. This is what I'm saying. He gets it. He gets me. Grandpa Rook can dig it, yo. Oh, yeah. I hate that. I despise that. Absolutely detest it. You know what? I've decided. No more of this Grandpa Rook nonsense, all right? Okay? You know what I'm saying? Sire, what's the fit check today, sire? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. These guys are absolutely just subservient coded. You know what I mean? Already started the meme. No, please. Come on. No, come on. Please. Have mercy, me lord. Me lord is merciful. No. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, though. These guys are absolutely just fucking peasant coded. You know what I mean? Even Jack the Ripper's got that kind of like 19th century kind of trim going on, you know? With his little curly like mustache that goes up. He's like, if just to double down, he's like, I want us to look really evil and menacing. So Jack, I need you to grow out your mustache and give it a good twirl at the end. You know what I mean? Hi, Valius. Hi. The guy who out-pizzaed the hut, bro. Congrats and welcome as well. Anyway, yeah, so my point is that these guys are absolutely just peasant-coded losers, and they're all like, Sir Red, me water. And then Hanako fucking just puts one in his jaw and sends him flying across the room. Look at this shit. She's saying tag. She's having fun with it. You know what I mean? This is like having fun with it. You're not menacing in a way where it's like, oh, I'm going to abuse and murder and dissect these young women, right? That is not fun. That's not fun. That's not fun levels of wild. Of having a wild time with your fighting, right? Saying tag and kicking someone in the face and sending them flying across the room after you just sucked all the water out of their form. Now that's having fun with it. That's how you know you're having fun with it. We are hating today. Yeah, today is a hating day. Today is a hating day. I've decided I'm a hater today. I hate Nug Lover. I hate his whole crew. I hate his boys. I hate the way that they're at his beck and they're at his call. I just don't respect it. I think that's the big problem. I don't respect him, and by proxy, I can't respect them. You know what I mean? Don't say anything funny until I go back. I do not say funny things, dude. Alright? I don't say funny things. I say true things that people just, for some reason, find humorous. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. There's nothing funny happening here. Don't clip that. I'm really on the hate train today. I've really enjoyed this chapter. Right, because the last two chapters, I'm restating it for everybody in the room. You know what I mean? Like the last two chapters, I've kind of been like, oh man, this feels bad. But now we're at this point where it's like it feels really good because the bad guys get, and we've not even gotten to the bit where they get fucking slam dunked, where they get waffle stomped down the drain, right? And we've obviously already spoke about the waffle stomp. But we'll get back to the waffle stomp. We'll get back to waffle stomping very soon, guys. Don't worry about it. Only the truth. Thank you, Mooney the Owl. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, so she tags him and kicks him across the room, and then, like the coward that he is, by the way, this is 3 people fighting a little girl, right? Please take that term off of him. Which term? Waffle stomp. You want to take waffle stomp away from me? Okay, I mean, there's very few... It's actually perfectly... Tatsu would love it. Tatsu would love it if he were here and he heard me talking about how they got waffle stomped down the drain. He'd love it. He'd be all over it. He'd be like, that's exactly my vision. Exactly my vision. Anyway, so these fucking losers, these 3 guys are fighting one little girl... And I don't know what it is with Nug Lover only exclusively fighting children as his nemesis. While she kicks his guy across the room, he goes, now's my chance to strike on this tiny little girl. And he fucking goes to try and punch her, and she dodges that shit. She dodges it. He can't even fucking punch a little girl, dude. Like, honestly, what the hell, man? Why is he out? Why are all of his ops children? Like, what the fuck? Is that not crazy? All of his ops are children. Like CSG's op is literally Turbo Granny, right? Who is, I don't know how old, right? But she is an entity that's existed for however long and is incredibly powerful. This is a child. I know that she's also an entity, but she's still a child, you know? You should not have Googled waffle stomp, Julie. You should not have Googled waffle stomp. All right, that's on you. I expressly told you. I expressly told you what the term was, what it meant, and you Googled it anyway. You know, and you Googled it anyway. I'm not to blame. I'm not to blame. All right. If Nugglever has haters, I'm one of them. If he has one, it's me. If he has none, then I'm dead. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Pickle. Exactly. Oh, this is great. This is great. She throws a fucking urinal at his head. Right? You know, like... That's true. That's true. No, but it... Like, he probably... He wouldn't go after any... He wouldn't have gone after her if she didn't look like a child. Because there's the only people he can fight, right? That and injured old ladies. Children and old ladies. Anyway, he gets a fucking urinal to the face and it's great. It's great. Look at that. That looks painful as hell, man. This is the best. This is the best thing to ever happen. This is... You see this here? You see... Hold on. Let me zoom in on this. Let me zoom in on this shit. I can't. Why can't I? Why can't I zoom in? Hold on. Let me go to Weeb Central. Let me go to Weeb Central. Where is it? Here we go. This is the shit right here. This is the shit right here. I live for this. That's crazy. That's crazy. What the hell? What the hell, dude? That's crazy. Nah, that's fucking wild, dude. That's fucking wild. I love it. I love it. She crushed his hands, dude. She smushed them. That's not crushed. That's not chopped. That's smushed. Look at him. His hands got smushed, dude. Like standing on a bug. Oh, it's great. It's great. Because it was her domain. Yeah, I suppose that could be it. But also, like, I suppose she's also quite powerful because she's one of the famed yokai, right? Anyway, he's all like, "No, my hands. Oh no, you smushed my hands into a thick paste." And she punches his fucking head through the toilet. What the fuck? She takes a second to be super fucking pleased with herself. Super pleased with herself about how she fucking beat them. And she just keeps kicking the shit out of... Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at... That's bits of his hand, I think. That's crazy, dude. His hands are like smushed into nothing. They deserve it, man. What has he done with those hands in his life? He's a fucking creep. And she's all like, "Yeah, you got fucking owned, bitch. You got fucking owned. You got absolutely owned." And fucking shitbird fucking Nugglover, our biggest op, Mr. fucking unbeatable, Mr. I cannot be beaten. Remember, this is his second appearance. This whole fight is his second proper appearance in the series, right? At least as an antagonist. The first time that he showed up, his whole thing was, "No one can beat me. I'm literally unbeatable." That was his whole thing. He's probably never been in a fight, and he was like, "I guess I've technically never been beaten." That's his whole thing. And now he's sneaking away down the fucking drain, like the drain, right? Like incy wincy spider ass, fucking down the pipes, down the piss poop pipes, all right. And it's like he couldn't be defeated. That was his last thing. His whole thing just 5 minutes ago was that, "Oh, I'm unbeatable." Right now he's getting exactly crashed. Is what I'm saying. You know that down there's poop gas, and he's definitely kind of like mixed up with it. And he gets out of the other side of it. You know he's taken some of that in, so he's got all kinds of stuff now, just kicking about. And those particles are just him now. It's like ugh. You know what I mean? He could have. Bearing in mind he's smoke, he could have gone out the window. He could have just gone out any other way. And now he's like this thing, right? It's like, it's icky pooey. You know what I mean? Hi, Stu. Stu, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you like the Okarun video. I think the Okarun video might be my favorite piece that I worked on. It's one of my top 3, I think. So thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh my god, there's an extraction. There's an extractor fan. He could have gone through there. He could have gone through there. He could have gone through the fucking fan instead, dude. No, he chose to go down the sewer pipe. No, why would you do that, dude? Why would you do that, Mr. Fucking? I've come up with any scenario. I can adjust to any scenario and create a favorable outcome for myself. And he goes down the fucking piss poop pipes instead of the fucking extractor fan, dude. Oh no. And he leaves his guys. He leaves his guys to get absolutely fucking stomped. Oh my god, dude. For the record, right? This is like, if it were anyone else, I'd go, that's too far, right? If it were anyone else, I'd say that's too far, right? But they commit war crimes here, and they decide, yeah, we beat them, so let's fucking murder them now. We've earned the right to murder their asses, right? So she grabs him, and she's all like, you know, after all that, stupid poo-poo head, ploppity plop, and she fucking stuffs him into the urinal. She stuffs him into the urinal and flushes him down it. That's crazy. He got turned into mincemeat, dude. He got turned into mincemeat. This guy doesn't have the ability to apparate. This guy doesn't have the ability to turn into smoke and stuff, right? He just got flushed down a tiny hole, waffle stomped down the tiny hole. You know, like, here, let me find something for you. Hold on. Right, this is what it looks like for the uninitiated. I agree, Sarah. I agree. For the uninitiated. Where is it? No, I don't want to buy it. No, I don't want to buy it. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Can I open this? Can I open this image, please? Open image on another tab. Yeah, that's what he got stuffed down. See that shit right there? That's what his ass got stuffed down. That's tiny. That's tiny, dude. That's what he got stuffed down, man. Nah. Oh my lord. Oh my god. No. Look. Look at him. He can't turn into smoke or anything. He can't turn into smoke or anything. So he's just getting... That's him now. He's just... Oh, that's disgusting, man. That's disgusting. I'm sorry, but that's fucking crazy. She did that, and she's just like, ploppity plop. Ploppity plop. What the fuck, dude? That's badass. That's badass. That's what he gets, dude. That's what you get, motherfucker. You know, you get minced up down a toilet tube. You get waffle stomped down the piss pipes, bro. That was never meant for anything. I hope they're dead. And they might be alive. If they are alive, I'll be slightly disappointed. I'll be slightly disappointed because I like the idea that these guys got fucking turned into mushy peas. Yeah! Pickle. Well done. You know? You know, it makes a spiral. The power of spirals. He's right. He's right. You think this is the last time? I hope that this is it. I hope that this fucking killed them. I hope that this fucking killed them. Now, Tatsu has a way of being extra cruel to creatures that aim to do what they tried to do and assault young women. So I can only hope that this is it for them. And we never see these fucking dorks again. Oh my god, dude. That's crazy, man. That's wild. Yeah, Uzumaki. Yeah, he's Medley. Yes, that's it. He sees this as a win. he thinks, oh, I fucking beat their asses. I got away with, I won that. Like, I think I came out on top. Your boys got turned into fucking mushy peas, brother. Ain't nothing for it. And there she is. Look at her. She's like, anyway, one down. And she drags him to the fucking squat toilet and flushes him down it. Oh my god, dude. No. Oh my god, dude. Oh, that was my entire life savings, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. That's crazy. Oh, what the fuck? She just fucking gives him a swirly of his life. What a way to go. This imagery, this is actually a thing, by the way. This is in Dandadan. This is what we, like, this morning, we had no idea what was going to happen. And then now, we've seen this. Today, we've seen this. And I feel changed by it. This has been one of the better ends to a fight. I really didn't care that much about the entirety of this conflict up until now. And now, I can't help but say, I'm in. Yeah, I feel like this has been a worthy side plot for me, you know? A worthy aside from the main plot. I think it's been a complete win. It's been a complete win. I thought it was going to switch to the gang after she fucking blended them into a slurry. Into a slurry that's going to get pumped into the fucking sewer system. That's wild, man. That sure was scary. Also, can we address the fact that whilst obviously we've been hating, look how cute she is. Look at her. That sure was scary. You're right, it was scary, but you did it. She's up there now. She's climbed the ranks for me immediately. I respect this yokai a lot. I don't want to see them fight alongside Nuglover. Hell no. Hell no. She's so cute. That's what I'm saying, bruh. That's what I'm saying. You know? Yeah. I mean, I do think that I still think that everybody is going to at some point lose their powers in some way. And then Momo and Okarun, or even just Turbo Granny will eventually hand Okarun his powers back in a moment of turmoil to save the day, and him and Momo, and she would have awakened to her powers or something at this point, and they'll work together to defeat whoever the enemy is, right? At this point, just because it's like, I feel like we do need to get back to that, you know. I think we need to get back on course. They haven't fought together as a unit, like the two of them haven't fought together, both powered up as a unit since the Ombudsman arc, right? And that was 100 chapters ago, you know, like that was ages ago. So I'm kind of like, I think getting back to that is going to be the next port of call for the series, and highlighting how they work together so well by overcoming ridiculous odds, I think is going to have to be the outcome of this. And the best way to do that is to have it just be them that can fight, at least in my opinion. But I've been wrong, probably never, but I've not been 100% right in some cases. Is that? Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Yeah, she's gonna be really good friends with the Evil Eye. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I can see this happening, but yeah, she's great. She's great. What is going on, by the way? What's going on? I'm also really pleased to see that this went somewhere, because obviously Momo getting big again after Turbo Granny in the bonus chapter for volume 20 I think Momo getting big again was kind of like circumvented its relevance at the time. So it's nice to see. It's nice to see that it still has a point to play. Also, it's really cool that Turbo Granny sent them. I think that's fantastic. It really just amplifies that idea that she does care about not just the group, but also, you know, she came back in to save two girls who were on the precipice of being assaulted again, right? It seems to be more than just a trend with her, and I'm comfortable saying that it is absolutely a degree of intentionality about her character, you know. Owlman, yeah. Abura. Owlman, yeah, exactly. We're getting closer to Mothman, alright? We're getting closer and closer to Mothman. This is it, Eric. That's what I just said. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. We're getting closer and closer to Mothman. You know? Any day now, you know, you could have swapped this guy out for Mothman even. And she wanted revenge for Seiko, of course, but I'd be curious to see. I'd be curious to see how this unfolds going forward, right? Because I feel like very soon Turbo Granny is going to be able to engage with everybody again, and I'm very excited to see that. You know, it's been a while. It's been a long while, and Turbo Granny. I definitely think Turbo Granny being gone kind of like it felt like a missing piece in the series, right? You know. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I mean, like, since last year we've been talking about the knives, and the fact that they haven't really been used, and I think that was a problem. Because the actual threat of the knives existing to take people's powers away, unless you see it take the powers of the people that you actually give a shit about, it means nothing. The threat is empty. So Rin losing her powers, Koki losing her powers, and Rin losing Mai as well, it amplifies it and makes it mean something. Gigi, can you imagine Gigi losing the evil eye? That would be a ridiculously emotionally tumultuous moment. Or Ida losing Acro Silky's power when it was given to her in and it was her mission to not forget her, and I think carrying that power through was a really nice way of doing that. So losing that would really hit, right? It would break you, exactly. It would be horrible. But then also seeing that happen would give us that space for Momo and Okurun to kind of get back to the basics of the two of them working together to overcome the enemy. I think that'll be a really great moment. Also, it would be an inversion of what we've seen so far of them being the only two people without the powers, to flip it on its head for them to be the two who save the day with their powers, working together, which is what they've always been and what they've always done. Hit us with the theory. Hit us with your theory. Hit us with your theories, Sarah. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm happy with where it's at. Actually, this whole side plot has kind of been a bit more, you know, encouraging than I thought it would be. I was a bit worried because I was obviously very engaged with everything that was going on with Momo and Okurun, but stakes are raising, the heat's rising, and I think that it puts a bit of it's about more than just Momo not having powers, right? It's about more than just Momo not having powers or Okurun not having powers. It's about the fact that they need to move on it, right? Sword and jumps over. Ooh, but wasn't in time. Yeah. Well, I suppose that would make sense, wouldn't it? Because her whole thing is, yeah, exactly, is it's being fast enough. Interesting. Wait, are they jumping crone? I forgot about jumping crone for a minute. I forgot about jumping crone. Oh yeah, barefooted elderly woman. Hmm. Hmm. I like your theory, Sarah. I mean, I predict that nobody can predict what Dandadan is going to do at this point. But I respect people fucking making theories. I make less of them now. I make less of them because I've been humbled too many times. Would be an Uma. We don't talk about Uma. We don't talk about Uma. Hase redemption. I think it would be nice. I think it would be nice to get an actual redemption going, but we'll see. Like I do think there's space, not redemption. I don't think redemption is the right word. I think that coming to his senses would be nice, but he's never shown. The problem is he's never shown any kind of personality outside of being a fucking piece of shit. So it feels like there's absolutely nothing in there to gain. But I don't know. I mean, Mooney, are you in the? If you're in the Discord, feel free to share your theories. It's everybody respects everybody's theories. You know, we've all come out with some outlandish shit. Look, nobody could have predicted the waffle stomp of today, but here we are. Whatever we predict, it typically is not ridiculous enough. So if you want to share your theories, if you're not in the Discord, Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member. Now, free is always good, and that'll get you access to the Discord. That's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. It would be nice for him to kind of understand why he's a piece of shit. And then apologize for it to Okurun. I think that would be really important, because that's kind of one of the things of this series, isn't it? It's that it feels like everybody is capable of changing, you know, and everybody is a certain way because they've talked themselves into being a certain way, or society's pushed them into a certain role, or they fill a particular role that has certain demands of them, and him is to be on top. So making sure that there are other people beneath him is his primary function. No, that waffle stomping was incidental, Toaster. That was incidental. Anyway, Hanako has tutoring today. And I don't know, these guys kind of have like a kind of a trio vibe to them, right? They're just all kind of just chatting. I also like that the toilet yokai is carrying around a floating loo roll, you know. And yeah. No, come on. It's not every 5 minutes. It's like every 7 minutes. It's like every 7 minutes, right? I'm normalizing the speech because all of you guys just, you know what I mean? Like, you're just so upset about it. What are you so upset about, guys? What are you so upset about, guys, huh? You know? But anyway. Natchan had a good theory on who she thinks. Yes, she did. I remember seeing that. Let me have a look. Give me a second, gamers. I'm just gonna go check out the theory. Where is it? There it is. Gotcha. Did research on the toilet yokai Kamakure in Japanese. Seems to be another school ghost story. Translate. Hides in the bathroom and asks for toilet paper. But even if you give some to them, they ask for your hair, then drag you down the toilet. Huh. This is a common thread, I think, with a lot of these Japanese kind of like yokai, is that there is an almost kind of like a question element to it. I suspect that this is one of those things where it's kind of a chainmail thing or a story to get passed around, which is interesting, you know. But I'm sure we'll learn more as we go on. Yeah, Kamakure. I'm never going to a bathroom. Yeah, and you know what could happen to you? You could get down a drain. You could get I'm not allowed to say it. I feel like I've been barred from saying it. I'm gonna say it. You can get waffle stomped down a drain. It's whatever. Like, you know, I'm not scared to say it. I'm not scared to say it. Don't leave. Don't leave. Did somebody do a waffle stomp counter yet, by the way? Is anybody counting that yet? It's definitely been less than 5 minutes. It's definitely been less than 5 minutes, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's crazy that you're just saying that. Janny would have had a counter. That's true. He says fearfully. That's crazy. That's crazy that you said that. That's true. I am afraid. I'm afraid of my audience. I'm afraid of my audience. They're my only window into kind comments, guys. Please. Everybody, leave a kind comment. How about that? Think about that, guys. That's my task for you guys today. Leave a kind comment on this video. Please, 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 please do. I needs it. I needs it. That goes for you too, lurkers. That goes for you too, lurkers. I'm watching you. I'm watching you watch me. Yeah, thanks, Tarantado. You're supposed to do it in the comment section, though. You can't comment when live. That's crazy that you can't. All right, do it, guys. Don't forget to do it at the end, then, if that's the case. All right, just a nice, short, kind comment. Easy peasy. Anyway, as they go on, it's really cool that we've got a little bit more onto... Look, they look snug as well. Look, that looks quite snug, doesn't it? Bruh. What about... I don't know who. The point, low-key. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying, Valius. You got it. I'll point at you specifically. I'm pointing at you right now. Anyway, they look snug as fuck, don't they? Don't they look really just snug? They're going for a little walk. Man. Damn. That looks cozy as shit, bro. Anyway, the piss guy comes out of the poop pipes and he floats out into the air. They look super snug. Thank you, Kells. I appreciate you agreeing with that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. They look super snug. Anyway, the piss guy comes out the poop pipes and now he's 7% methane. They're probably in a lot of pain though. Oh, well, yeah, but like that's not what I was thinking. No, they're fine. They're fine. Put a plaster on it. You're fine. You know. Yeah, hype the stream, my rooksters. I hate that. You made me say it. He made me say it. He made me say it. Look at him. He gets beat every time. Every time. And he put on his stupid fucking belt thing again. I hate him so. I really, really do. I really do hate him so much. And he's like, oh, I fucking did it. I fucking did it. He's got his stupid fucking belt thing on again. God, man. No, I can't. I'm too tired from the last time. Lord, don't make me go on about this guy again. Please. Somebody please scroll past him. I will not allow the name Red Baron to remain tarnished. You're a fucking loser. Oh my god, dude. You lost once. Suck it up. Suck it up, bitch. It's Jova. Get over it. Honestly. I said it earlier, but bro's biggest fucking up is a child. And another even younger child. He makes that jacket willingly. Yeah, he thinks that this is it. He's like, oh, Gucci, they haven't caught onto this yet. They haven't got this going yet. But when they see me, they'll probably have it. If anything, I'm ahead of the curve. You know? Everybody's these days, everybody's going for baggy clothes. But I'm thinking, get ahead of the next wave. Get ahead of the next wave of fashion and make the clothes super tight. Go super opulent. Make it leather everything. Leather everything is what I'm thinking. Because that's what it's going to be next, right? In his smelly cigarette. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's designer, guys. Look, it says Gucci. Look, it says Gucci. Look at it. Stop it. It says Gucci. It's like, yeah, but you just apparated it to look like that, bro. No. It's like, bro, why do you smell of shit? Why do you smell of shit and cigarettes? That's not me. That's not me. It's because I was in the sewer earlier. It's because I had to go in the sewer earlier because a little girl beat me up. Okay, bro. Okay. Awkward. That's what you'd say. Yeah, he smells of poop and he smells of cigarettes. And it's at this point, the majority of this stream has been just me bitching about this guy. But I can't help it. I really think he's a stinky poo-poo man, and I don't like him. And he's all like, for this I will be praised. He just wants a fucking... He just wants the thumbs up from Pappy. You know? That's from Kronk's New Groove. That's from Kronk's New Groove. You know, they made a prequel to that called The Emperor's New Groove. It's about that guy, the Emperor, who shows up for like a second in Kronk's New Groove, Cusco. It's not as good as the original. But anyway, he just wants a thumbs up from old Pappy. He's like, oh, for this, I will be praised. I will not allow my name. Yeah, we're kunkuing now. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He just wants the old thumbs up from Pappy, which is what Kronk wants in Kronk's New Groove. Just so that we're aware. And he marries a... Well, he wants to marry a woman and have a house on a hill. And the woman that he wants to marry is called, like, Miss Bird something. But he calls her Miss Birdie Poo. Miss Birdie Poo. And that's it. She calls him Cronky Poo, and he calls her Miss Birdie Poo. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Is that my favorite film? No, it's definitely not. It's up there with Planes. It's up there with Planes, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Yeah. There's a whole. I've got multiple rants in the Discord, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. What was I saying before I went off on this Kronk's New Groove cinematic universe discussion? Rookie Poop, stop. Don't. Can someone delete that? Dad, no. Okay, I didn't expect this to turn on me. We need to collate the rants. You can collate them if you can find them. No, please. No, not Rookie. No. I'm losing my voice now out of anger. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. You know it's bad. That's when you know it's bad. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord. This is when, like, one of those hooks comes from off screen. And, you know? Anyway. He's all like, oh, nobody will... My name, my poor name. And then he's like, no, I will get you, young child. I will get you, young child. And Evil Eye, who is also young child, arguably even younger child, and I will kill you. Ooh, you're not going to though. You're a nobody, bro. You're a nobody. You're nothing. You're no one. You know? Made by man. That's crazy, Pickle. He's doing a B movie, bro. He's doing a B movie. That's wild. He is here. I sense it. That was crazy. That was a good chapter. And that was, you know what it was, guys? That was a good, fun, wholesome family chapter, guys. You know, I feel like we really did something here today. So give yourselves a pat on the back. Well done. You know, it's always good to be away from things. It's always good to be away from things for a while. So when we come back, we get a little bit of a boost. Yeah, now we have another hiatus. We have another hiatus. Yeah, you did it, guys. You did it. You did it. You did almost as much as I did. Well done. You did something here today. You did... Joe Johnson, thank you. Thank you. First comment, thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful. Right, let's do a poll on what we think. No, that's a Q&A. So... What is it? 225? 225. Now remember, guys, more star mean more good. More star mean more good. I think that's obvious. I think that should be obvious. Do a Q&A. No, now you're just being a child. Now you're just being childish. You know, you could argue I did more. You did very little. You took a meeting midway through this, actually. No, more star mean more good. Alright, more star mean more good. I think it's crazy that you guys are mass voting for 4 stars. But I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. I'm getting really angry at you people. Alright, saying this 1 star mean more good business. That's obviously not the case. It's never been that. More star mean more good. Now, I personally would put it down as a 3 star myself, but, you know, whatever. What we should really do, guys, what we should really do is predict things on Polymarket. What do you think? We could predict what we'll vote. That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. And then you could all vote exactly in line with that prediction, and we'll get rich. Because that's fair. Because that's a fair system. It'd be great. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love it. You know what? Fair enough, Tuma. It was a great SmackDown. It was a great SmackDown. Good luck predicting any of this stuff. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. This was a really wholesome chapter, guys. I feel very like happy with how this ended up. I feel really happy with how this ended up. You know? Because, you know, it was a meaningful chapter. It was a meaningful chapter. So I'm just loading in the next portion of our video, of our stream. The activity portion of the stream, guys. Next chapter at the clubhouse. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. The hands thing was pretty fucking badass, I have to say. You know, this rocked. This was great. I really enjoyed this. Yeah. Pomade indeed. Pomade indeed. That's quite right. But let's, as usual, give it a little bit of a flair when we're doing this. So, guys. Obviously, you know, think we've just turned past the 1 year mark in the community and things like that. I've got content in the works currently that I'm working on. Should be released in the next 2 weeks, I want to say. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. I've been kind of like, you know, muddling my way through it. Spent a lot of time between November and January this year being quite unwell, but I feel like I'm on the other end of it, like I'm at the other side of it, which you probably have noticed. But this means that I can actually start to focus on the content rather than just kind of meandering on it, right? So yeah, I'm working on that at the moment, so expect that soon. But besides that, there's stuff that's happening on the Discord all the time, including the house system. Yeah, thanks, Toaster. I'm glad that I can be a little bit more animated. I feel a lot more like I'm here with it this week. Taking that week off a couple of weeks back was very useful for me. But yeah, so we've got the house system and stuff sorted out. I'm going to be making like a proper announcement to kick that off probably tomorrow my time. And Toaster has done some really cool stuff. He's done some really cool stuff with that. BRB, okay. BRB. But oh, you're not bro anymore. Okay, cool. Welcome. I'm glad to see that you're in the Discord. Welcome. But anyway, yeah. So I'm working on stuff, just generally speaking. All right, catch you, Meowdly, Medley. Thank you for joining. Always working on stuff. But yeah, Toaster put together something pretty cool, and I'm excited to share that with you guys tomorrow. But most importantly, as we have, like I said, made it around the sun together, guys, it's always a really interesting thing to look back on the past year. In fact, like we kind of well, I mean, like, it could be quite nice to maybe rewatch some of the old content as we did with the Chaotic Beauty together. I think that could be a quite nice way of spending some kind of community time, doing something, working on something. But across the whole year, it's been really important to me to make content that's of the quality that people expect, that matches the standard of the channel, and something that I'm proud of. I'm every project kind of starts with this veneer or this sensation of it not being good enough, right? Okay, Tuma, catch you. Of it not being good enough or it not coming together, and then eventually you work at it and you make it work over time. You craft it and work on it over time, and because of that, I feel like the bar is constantly raising and the quality is always on the rise. I'm really proud of the Space Globalist arc retold. I think it's, in a lot of ways, some of the best content that I've made, and the only way that works, and the only way that I can do that, at least for me, is time. You've just got to pour time into it and attention, and because I have such an incredible backing from people through the Patreon, through YouTube memberships, all of this, I'm able to do that. I'm able to spend the time to do that and not have to worry about just relying on ad revenue or anything like that, because I genuinely believe the people that subscribe at these tiers want to see the channel flourish. They want content that is better rather than more content, because it'd be easy to churn stuff, but I wouldn't be happy with it, and I don't think any of you guys would be. There are channels that are way bigger than what we are, communities way bigger than what we are, and they just don't have the same backing that this channel has, which is shockingly, in my opinion, the conversion rate of people to members or patrons is incredibly high, because I think that we have something of an actual community, and the people that are attracted to the channel, it's not about more people for me, it's about having people that actually want the content of the highest caliber of person who really connects with the stuff that is being said here. And I know that it's silly, a lot of the stuff we talk about is silly on the streams, but you know, a lot of the content that I put together is very much what I consider to be my art. So having people who see that, who can share that, and also contribute to that in the way of this is not small. And if anybody spent any amount of time on any of the tiers of the paid memberships, That's crazy to me. That's already more than I could possibly ask of people. But there are some people who have supported for a long time on the highest tier. In fact, more people are on the highest tier than people are on the 2 lower tiers, the recurring lower tiers combined, which is fucking wild. So, just going to call out these people on the Yokai Power tier because they deserve it. Also, we've got a variety of different themes and stuff going on the Discord at the moment, so it's very possible that some of the names will be ridiculous and not representative of who the people are. So that's Angle. That's Blissy Ottercat. There you go, see? We got a Metal Gear thing going. Elderly Bread Burner. 5th Gram Hoopster. It's LOL Plays Sama. Julie the Blue. Madam Jealous-a-lot. Jealous-a-lot. Yeah. Meow-a-lot. Mother Support. Orbis6565. Plague Doctor. Quentin Tarantado. Serocelot. You see what I mean? We've got an Ocelot thing going. Serpo, El Clasico. Shalashashkazon, that's me. I need to remove myself from there. Hold on. I did it for a thing. There we go. I was going to thank myself. Congratulations, me. Wassalot. Again, another Ocelot. Your favorite scented candle. Zero. Jersey with what appears to be katakana. I feel like Plague Doctor's on here twice. Somehow. Hold on, the thing's broken. The thing's broken. I don't know how Plague Doctor's on here twice. I want to thank me for all the support I given me. It's just Jersey, alright. Senator Pickle Strong, another Metal Gear thing. And Tim Kai, people. Thank you. You know, you make this whole thing possible. Genuinely makes it all possible. And it also drives me to make more things. Because it's really hard at times. I know it's like a woe is me kind of thing. But it can be very difficult at times to keep making stuff just because you're constantly up here about anything that you're making, especially when you're pivoting to different stuff, or you're just, well, even anything you're making, anything, even the streams at times, it can feel like you're in your head about it, but it having that backing makes it clear what it is that people support and what it is that they want from the channel. So thank you guys, appreciate you bigly. Right then, so let's have a little looky-loo at the new task. Here we go, guys, the new activity. So we covered it last week, but we are going to work on kind of attributing various different tarot cards to each of the characters in Dandadan. Alright, now again, I'd like to quickly just make sure that everybody properly addresses the person who actually made this. Blissy made this. Everybody, can we get claps or something in the chat, please? Because it looks excellent. It also comes with like really neat little animations and stuff, which I think is fucking sublime. Honestly, I think that there is a really cool opportunity in the future to make tier lists and stuff out of this software and whatnot, just because it adds a whole extra layer of quality to this kind of thing, and it looks excellent. It looks amazing. And also, you know, it's really fun because we can a tier list of the tier list. Maybe we could do that, because it gives us the opportunity here. It gives us the opportunity to learn a few things about the tarot, the arcana, and then we can put together the actual list as well. So let me just make sure that I've got things laid out. Hold on. What makes the most sense here? No. What makes the most sense? Sorry, I'm juggling tabs here. New window. There we go. There we go. There we go. Rightio. Rightio. So, let us begin. Let's begin. So, we are going to, first off, what we'll do is we will roll a die, whatever, and from there we'll pick one of the arcana, and we'll read about it a little bit, highlight what it actually is, and then see which of the characters it fits the most, right? I think that makes the most sense. So if I can get out of the way here. How do I move? There we go. Right. There we go. I'm out of the way. There we go. I'm out of the way. Cool. Right, let's get a die on here. I don't remember how to get it. Here we go. Here we go. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 22. Is there a what would there's a okay. I guess what would make the most sense here? I'm not a die kind of guy. It means V. Bot V. Or type RD22. I didn't do it. Oh, I did it. I did it. Wait, did it come out with the number 22? Did it come? Oh, hi Kepler. How's it going, dude? How's it going, dude? I rolled a 22. I hate that. I hate that when you do it correctly. Shut up. Oh, I hate that it rolled a 22. Gah! I hate that. No, it's fine. The Hermit. Alright, the Hermit. We'll do the fucking Hermit. I hate that it rolled a fucking 22, dude. Oh, the news. The news. Avert ye eyes! I'm sorry that you had to see that, guys. Alright, we're going to ignore the AI trash. Is that the best way to? Yeah, okay. That's fine. That's fine. No, I already rolled it. I respect that you're giving me the out, but I already rolled it. All right, we got to roll with it. Okay, I'm blinded. Yeah, sorry, fool. You gotta live with light mode here. I don't know if you can put on dark mode actually, and I can't be bothered finding out. Minus AI. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, AI slop. Anyway, the Hermit depicts an old man standing alone at the peak of a mountain while holding a lantern in one of his hands and a staff on the other. The mountain denotes accomplishment, development, and success. The Hermit Tarot card refers to the level of spiritual knowledge that he has attained, and that he is ready to impart that knowledge to everyone. There is also a deep commitment he has to his goal and a solid awareness of the path that he is taking. Inside the lantern, you will notice a star with 6 points, which is also the Seal of Solomon. Wisdom, authority, and power. I feel like oh my god, there's more. Come on, just give me the clear thing, guys. I don't know what up, right, and down means here. Jesus. Is there not a way to kind of get like just a slightly more... Oh! There you go. Introspection, meditation. self-reflection, solitude, soul-searching, withdrawn from society. This does give Seiko, doesn't it? This does give Seiko. Here we go. Yeah. This is better. Like, it's just easier to... I don't want to have to sit and read all of them out loud for you. You know what I mean? Soul searching, introspection, being alone, inner guidance. He's not he's not really withdrawn from society as much as he's kind of like a guardian of society, right? Mastery, growth, and accomplishment. A path of self-discovery and reached a heightened state of awareness. Illuminates the next few steps rather than the full journey. A step forward to see where he needs to go next. So it's kind of like there's a kind of intuition involved in it as well, right? Like, it's somewhat intuitive. Yeah, that's true actually, Barty. That's true. Let's see who we've got here. So interesting. Am I covering any of them? I do think that it so far it seems like it that's a shout. That is a shout, Blissy. I'll just send that, will it? Yeah. So, soul searching, introspection, being alone, inner guidance. So there is an almost sure of self element to it, right? I think that this, as far as I'm aware, I do feel like this matches Seiko. You know? Because I feel like there is a sure of self element to it, it kind of exists without the requirement for the world to tell you what is and is not okay, and you kind of forge your own path within that, within the scope of that lifestyle, you know. I can't think of anybody else either. Normally I'd poll you guys. But I feel like it's not even necessary. I feel like it is perfectly aligned with Seiko, and that's interesting. Like, I do think a lot of these tarot are obviously designed in... Like, characters are obviously written in a way that where there's a degree of almost universality to them. Whether that's good or bad or whatever is always interesting. Yeah, with the role in the assignment. That was crazy. And it feels like that is kind of perfectly... Because she is kind of a hermit as well, right? Like she lives in the house and stuff, and it's kind of away from a lot of the general cityscape, you know? So I feel like it kind of works quite nicely. At least it makes sense to me, right? I'm out of tea. Yeah, it's pretty well aligned. I'm quite a big fan of yeah, I feel like we really nailed it on the first go here, right? Like, it feels like we nailed it on the first go. I wait until it gets to 3 minutes and then I'll cut it, but it feels like everybody's pretty much aligned. Any of you guys who are lurking, feel free to also vote in the poll. You don't have to. But, you know, I appreciate the lurkers in our community. I'm typically more of a lurker than I am a viewer anyway in most communities, but yeah. Oh, look, it's the King of Lure. I'm Lure from the planet Omicron Persei I-8. But yeah, I mean, makes sense to me. I be lurking, alright. We got some lurkers. They be lurking. Yeah, I think that's the thing though, isn't it? It's like the rest of them, it feels like you kind of have to try to make the thing fit, but with Seiko, it feels like it kind of just fits perfectly, right? Like it doesn't feel like there's a requirement to kind of make it work, you know? That's all right. No worries, dude. No worries. He doesn't feel like a guide. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, especially for the characters. I mean, I think that out of the two of between him and Bega, I feel like Bega is closer to it, but he doesn't feel like withdrawn from society. Hi there, Hammy Ham. Welcome. Feel free to lurk. I'm glad to have lurkers in the chat. But if you feel like engaging, please do. We're always here. Always welcome to new chatters, guys. Anybody who wants to chat in a less video centric space, please join the Discord. Patreon is in the description. Join my Patreon as a free member, guys, to get access to the Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. So, and we talk about other stuff, as I said at the beginning of the stream. We talk about all kinds of things. So, get over there, guys. We've got lots of shit. You see that? I did that for you. I did that for you. Yeah, no, that's true, Kepler. Like I feel like there is an element of the fact that she is a sidekick. There is not just a chosen isolation involved in that, but there is an ostracization, right? There is an ostracization insofar as she is kind of seen as a fake, a phony, and that kind of means that, like, if the world, especially in kind of like more collectivist cultures, if the world is telling you that you're doing something wrong and that you're kind of a pariah, you can't continue that path of being that without a true inner light to guide you in a specific direction, and a true understanding or belief that what you're doing is right and just and correct and the right way to be. And I think that just applies to Seiko in every single way, every single capacity. Yeah, we do a lot of food talk there as well. We do a lot of food talk. For real. For real. And then, yeah, even exactly. So, I think that was a fucking absolute banger for a first one. One of these is not the chariot. Is this which one's this? It says strength. Is strength on? I can't change it. But anyway, that's okay. That's okay. Right, let's roll another. Let's roll another. What was it? It was 15. Yeah, no, that is it. That is it, Toaster. Like, it shows as well that for Momo, like, her reversion is about more than just than just her relationship with Okurun reverting. It's her relationship with everybody, you know? And I think that's really, really sad to see. You know, it demonstrates why it's important to get back to where we were before, you know? $15. Correct? 15, the moon. The moon. Alright, can I just, I don't want to buy this. They're all like, maybe. Oh my god, please. No, don't want that. Don't want that. There we go. There we go. Jeez. Illusion, fear, anxiety, subconscious intuition. Let me zoom in. The moon card shows a full moon in the night sky positioned between two large towers. The moon is a symbol of intuition, dreams, and the unconscious. Its light is dim compared to the sun and only illuminates the path to higher consciousness, winding between the two towers. In the foreground is a small pool representing the watery subconscious mind. A small crayfish crawls out of the pool, symbolizing the early stages of consciousness unfolding. A dog and a wolf stand in a grassy field, howling at the moon, representing both the tamed and wild aspects of her minds. Illusion, fear, anxiety, subconscious, intuition. I'm getting kind of Rin vibes from this, perhaps. Right? I'm getting kind of Rin vibes. Like the feeling of being in your head and kind of having to let me just, there we go. Rin and the Evil Eye. Right. So I suppose we should try and figure out exactly the minutiae here. So what is what's the GG kind of elements? I mean like I do like the fact that you're talking about two different flip sides to kind of like life in that capacity, or two different consciousness, or two different states of the subconscious, which is the wolf and the dog, the tamed and the wild aspects of the mind, which is kind of like the constant dichotomy that exists with the Evil Eye and Gigi. But you could also argue that here the tamed is Rin, which is someone who is mostly subservient to society, aims to be unseen and hidden, and the best that she can be within the scope of what the world wants her to be, what society expects her to be. And then the wild aspects, which is Mai, right? This is telling her to dream, to not care what people think, and to sing, and to be an idol, you know, to aim for something more, something unbelievable. And you can even take that kind of like same visual motif in her attire, right? Like, she's obviously very quiet, very subdued in real life. Just went like in school and stuff. I mean, she even wears like longer skirts than everybody else. But then when she's in her yokai form, it flips completely, and she wears arguably too open of an attire. I just think that dreams, this a symbol of intuition, dreams, and the unconscious, I feel like kind of screams, you know, someone who is quite introverted. Yeah. Maybe you're right. No, that's actually a really good one as well, Moon. That's a good one as well, Mooney. I quite like that. Especially because you could make the argument that the dream for the Evil Eye is to... the dream for the Evil Eye is obviously to have... to play, right? Like, to have played with other kids. And he kind of does live... He does kind of live inside of the literal unconscious of Gigi, right? Symbolizing the early stages of consciousness unfolding, which is him getting his first kind of like taste of existence and what it means to have people in his life. I think I like yours better. Eli Vid does point out his fear alongside his hate. Yeah, you know what? I think I like yours better, Mooney. I think I quite like yours. Because that is the heart of his hatred, isn't it? That is the heart of his hatred, is its connection and how it kind of evolves from Envy. Okay, well, I'm going to put this up to a vote. Yeah, no, I quite like yours, Mooney. I'm inclined to agree with you, I think. But let's... I quite like that. Okay. That is interesting, actually. It's funny how these things can apply to multiple different characters, isn't it? You know? I don't think it applies to anybody else either, you know? Because it's quite difficult, because it works for both of them. Yeah, no, I would be torn as well if I were allowed to vote, which I'm not, but I also have 5%. 5% is such a worthless number as well when we're talking like the figures that we're talking about here. But it's a tricky thing because it does work for both of them, right? And it's funny as well because obviously the Evil Eye is a very bombastic personality type. Like, obviously he's very explosive in the way that he engages with with the world and with his own trauma. But underneath it all, he's just a boy, you know. And that comes with a lot of anxiety, fear. All of these things can easily manifest in the subconsciousness and, rather bubble away in the subconscious and then manifest as hate and rage and anger. I think I'm more inclined to go with the Evil Eye. I think I'm more inclined to go with the Evil Eye than I am to go with Rin. I think Mooney was correct. Also, yeah, Tamed by Gigi and Okarun, I think, is actually a really good way of looking at it. I'm definitely more inclined to go with the Evil Eye, I think, if it was me. But still, really interesting. Really interesting discussion to be had there, actually. Flipped a coin. That's crazy. Toilet roll in it. Fucking Discord, man. It's crazy. Yeah, it looks like we are going to go with the Evil Eye from the looks of the vote. That was a really good one. I like that a lot. That was really cool. You know, it's funny because like when you start like kind of going down a path with an idea, it's really interesting. Yeah, I know. I'm not questioning it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I demanded it got added. But it's yeah. Like I think working backwards from something, from a definition, and seeing who it attributes to is a really interesting exercise in your understanding of the characters, because when you start working down a specific path as to how a certain description works with a character, it can be easy to get kind of locked in on that, right? So it was really interesting to kind of view the Evil Eye from that perspective. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, now we can roll a d20, which is much more fun. Come on. There we go. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We got 20. Wait, what? It landed on a 20, didn't it? Am I crazy? Did that not land on a 20? Chat, am I crazy or did that land on a 20? It's telling me 6. It's gas lamping me. Yeah, I know. Not having to align it is helping me out a lot. The aligning thing was killing me last time. It landed on a 20. Why is it saying 6? I ain't fucking with that. I'm going with 20. Screw you. I'm right. I'm not going to trust a goddamn bot. I'm not going to trust a goddamn bot with my heart. Alright, I see. Okay. Okay, thanks, Blissy. Thanks, Blissy. Stop rolling crits. What can I say? Strength. Just the card, please. Right then. Let's grab this bad boy right here. And pop it here. And then we'll go back. Follow your... Here we go. Strength, courage, persuasion, influence, compassion. In the Strength Tarot card, a woman gently strokes a lion on its forehead and jaw. Even though it is known for its ferociousness, the woman has tamed this wild beast with her calming, loving energy. The lion is a symbol of raw passion and desires, and in taming him, the woman shows that animal instinct and raw passion can be expressed in positive ways when inner strength and resilience are applied. She doesn't use force or coercion, she channels her inner strength to subdue and subtly control the lion. The woman wears a white robe showing her purity of spirit, and a belt and crown of flowers that represent the fullest, most beautiful expression of nature. Over her head is the symbol of infinity, representing her infinite potential and wisdom. Okay. I think that I think this gives more Momo to me than it does Okurun. Because it's about taming one's inner strength and channeling it, right? Courage, persuasion, influence, compassion. You know? I was thinking... I was thinking Momo as well. I feel like this, and as well as the symbol of infinity, infinite potential and wisdom, I feel like that is kind of a bit more Momo than it is anything, because I mean she's literally the thingy, what's it called, the super thing, the super duper entity. What was it? It was the what was it? I forget what her thing is. The id cosmos, that's it. Thank you, Nachan. Raw strength and desires expressed in, yeah, and this idea of passion, it's about, she's always had this kind of like thing, but it's about channeling it, right? You know what I mean? I feel like that gives... Let's go have a look at the actual characters, right? Yeah, I think that gives, to me anyway, that gives Momo more than it does Okurun. Although I'm happy to hear counter arguments, guys. Yeah, exactly, and that's kind of like, even Tatsu himself kind of like said. Tatsu himself kind of said that Momo's superpower is that, right? It's her ability to bring out the best in other people, you know? Yeah, but I think it's the persuasive element, right? Like, all the characters are strong and all of them are brave, but not all of them have the persuasive element, the ability to influence people to be their best selves, to be their stronger selves. And that compassion manifests in things like Acro Silky, right? Her ability to sit down at Okurun's desk takes a fuck ton of compassion for somebody that she doesn't know, you know? And even in that visual, you could argue that the lion also is reflective in some capacity of Okurun, his potential, and it's through her, channeled through her, that power, that strength can be realized between the two of them, right? If you were to view them as a single entity, you know. It is very compassionate, but I feel like Banger's heart, despite the fact that obviously she has a lot of love in her heart, I think her heart is a very there's something in there that's a lot more kind of like vicious, you know. Yeah, I get that. It's more fun to have multiple different perspectives, right? Yeah, I suppose you could make that argument, but I feel like Vamola has a lot of strength and courage, but I don't know that she's necessarily a persuasive figure, right? As much as she is one that it unlocks people's compassion or something like that. I don't know. I'm open to hearing other people's interpretation of this. That's it. It's the strength element. Like, she's got a lot of inner strength locked away, but I don't know that I'd necessarily say it's raw passion or desire. You know, doesn't use force equate. I think that there is really this does apply quite nicely to Momo, I think. But Turbo Granny, that is definitely a curveball. That is definitely a curveball. God, it's quite difficult, isn't it? Yeah, she's quite. Yeah, no, she's very forceful with her guidance. I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Also, I'd say that Turbo Granny is a coercive figure. You know. I feel like this just works for Momo. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do the poll. I'm just gonna do the poll as a. As just a kind of like a yes or no, and see what you guys think. I think that works. It's quite funny. It's quite funny because it does feel like really interesting how these actually work quite well. Like, we've not really struggled that much with it, and I do think that there is a yeah, I feel like his compassion is there, obviously, but I think that it comes from this. It comes from less of an instinctual place for Okurun, right? Like, obviously for Momo, there is a degree of just, it comes from this inner place, right? Whereas I think for Okurun, a lot of his push and drive has come from almost external factors. Or his relationship to external factors and other people. And again, I think that the visual here is also very applicable, not just as a way of exploring Momo's inner strength or ability to channel and control her own inner power, which is obviously boundless and infinite, but also there is an argument that this works twofold because she's also able to channel the raw ability and power of Okurun after he gets Turbo Granny's powers. I mean, she literally does it. She literally does it before he's able to actually control it himself. That's her thing, is to control it, and he willingly does so. It's not coerced or forced. He loves her through this interaction and this relationship, you know. It's very interesting. It's very interesting how you can these have such a multifaceted kind of capacity. I suppose the only question is, I feel like the Fool is GG. The Fool is GG through and through. This is going to be Gigi through and through. In fact, I kind of feel like I need to make Gigi the fool, because I'm pretty sure in my Cursed House video, the Cursed House arc video, I'm pretty sure it's the fool that I compare him to. Yeah, like if I make him anything but the fool, then I'm the fool, because my video will be incorrect. You know, he has all of the potential and everything of the journey, but also he made errors in his naivety. So I have no choice. I have no choice. Alright, it was like, yes. That was a really good one. Look at it. Wee! Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go. Get it, boy. Get it. That's badass. Alright. Okay, this is where we're at today. This is where we're at today. Alright, somebody feel free to screenshot that. In fact, I should probably screenshot that. There we go. Safetiesonrookie.com. Oh, look, it's safetiesonrookie.com for merchandise purposes. I need to start working on some new merch. I've had lots in the backlog, in the back of the brain for a while now. It's just getting around to things, you know. But anyway, I think that's where we're gonna end that today. That is excellent, though. I'm very impressed with that. That was really engaging segment. That's a very engaging segment, actually. I'm actually like, I don't want to read about any of these outside of it, because I don't want to start making judgments before actually getting to this segment. So I'm going to ignore anything to do with tarot for a while, just because I don't want to get too familiar with it. Because it's because you were learning, Toaster. Gee whiz, this was informative as well as entertaining. No, but I don't want to get too familiar with it, because if I get too familiar with it, then I'm going to start making judgments in the back of my head, and then by the time we get here next time, I'll already know. I'll already know what I think. Yeah, I'm going to avoid the tarot thread. But this is a very, very cool, a very, very cool system, honestly. I enjoyed this. I mean, what, if we keep at our current pace, it'll probably take like another 6 weeks. It'll take like another 6 weeks or something to get through it, which is fine with me. I'm always looking for new tasks, honestly. Always am. This was good though. I've enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to doing it again. I think I'm probably gonna call it here. I'm tired. I expended a lot of energy. I gotta plan something next week. I'll think of something. Don't worry about it. I expended a lot of energy on whatever, you know. The Grand Dunk. No. What? Hello? Are you there? Can you see me? I'm back. What happened? Did YouTube try to send me to bed? Did YouTube just try to send me to bed, dude? What the flip? What the helly? What the helliente? That's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. YouTube just tried to send me to bed early. You abstracted for a moment. No, please. No, please. Please. Anyway. Oh, Tim. Howdy. I'm sorry you joined us right at the end, dude. You joined us right at the end. It's good seeing you, though, man. It's good seeing you. Also, Tim Kai is a Vamola. Can you see that? He's also a Vamola. That's one trip around the sun, brother. One trip around the sun. Together. Thank you. Thank you. At the end. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. But it's good to see you regardless. Yeah. It was a... what was I saying before I froze? Yes, right. My crash out Angie. Oh, Tim, you didn't have to, buddy. Oh, what a guy. What a guy. We're going to run out of subscribers. We're going to run out of subscribers at this rate, dude. What a guy. Thank you, Tim. The ever generous Tim Kai, people. He's a fucking legend, man. A year, by the way, is crazy, dude. A year is crazy. Yeah, I'm excited to I'm excited to make more stuff this year, to really get put stuff out there with some of the stuff that's been put together. But I'm working on a piece of content at the moment. It's there's like 1/3 left and it's done, but I've got the bones of it in a place where I'm quite happy now. So I'm hoping that that'll be done by the end of next week. And I can release that and then start working on other stuff. Hey, I can see you moving stuff. Blissy. I saw it in the thing. She moved around the cards, guys. I ain't crazy, okay? Anyway, I expended a lot of energy with the anti-Nug Lover tirade earlier in the stream, which is why I'm EP. Look at this shit. Look. Unbelievable. Yeah, so it's a little bit shorter than normal, but that's fine. And so I'm looking to put together this piece of content and get that out there, and then work on some other stuff as well. Neither of the two projects I'm currently working on are Dandadan related. They're obviously related to other things, but don't stray too far when it comes to Dandadan content. It'll be there. I just want to make sure that it lasts us all the way through to 2027, guys, because it's a minute away. We've got to wait a minute before we get to season 3, and we want to keep that momentum going. So a nice relaxed release pattern regarding content for that is going to be central to keeping up that momentum, so that we're all on board with everything up until that point. But I've got lots of different things. I'm obviously on Twitch every Friday. I might see about expanding that to another day in the week if possible, just because playing Metal Gear Solid, I've been enjoying it a fucking lot. The 2 SAO vids, it's crazy. Yeah, Sword Art Online with yes, we can all learn about how Kurito is the only dual wielding character, because he's the bestest character. I know they're supposed to stay on thingy. They're supposed to stay on Mount Olympus. Anyway, guys, I am gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna have a fucking snack, alright? I don't give a shit. I'm gonna have a fucking snack before I go to bed, because I've earned it. Alright, guys. Thanks for being here. And no. I'll catch you guys on the Discord, people. Bye-bye.